What if I told you that the CJ Stroud Silver Prism Rookie NFT that you're looking at on the screen right now is 7.5 times more rare than the Gem Mint 10 Silver Prism CJ Stroud Rookie? The same card, but the NFT is actually 7.5 times more rare than the Gem Mint 10 population as of today. What if I also told you that I can purchase this NFT rookie card right now at a cost that's 95% lower than what the current eBay auctions are selling for of the Gem Mint 10, or 1/20th of the price, whichever makes the most sense to you. But before we jump into that, let's just talk CJ Stroud. Now, his cards have been significantly dropping, specifically over the past 12 months. Now, I thought it might be due to the population of the physical cards increasing, which NFTs do not do. So I wanted to check to see if that's also happening with NFTs. Now, I'm going to get to that in a second too, but first I want to look at what's been going on with CJ Stroud, the player. Now, if we flash back to 2022, the Houston Texans had a losing record and were in last place of the AFC South with a record of 3-13. They made two huge draft picks, one CJ Stroud and one on the defensive side with Will Anderson Jr. Now, CJ Stroud and Will Anderson Jr. come in and make an immediate impact. CJ Stroud, the next two seasons, 2023 and 2024, replicates the same results, and they're good. 10-7 in 2023, winning the division of the AFC South, going from last to first, and in 2024 doing the same thing, 10-7 and winning the division. Now, I know the personal stats between 2023 and 2024 dropped a little bit. You know, he had a few hundred less passing yards. He had a few less touchdowns. His interceptions did more than double. His interceptions his rookie season were only 5, which is astonishing. They did go up to 12. He did play in 2 more games the 2024 season and the 2023. So the yardage and the touchdowns might seem a little bit even more amplified because that's 2 more games that he was able to produce a little less than he did the year before. But he still had winning results. And last year, when they hit the playoffs, he had a convincing win in the first round against the Browns. He passed for nearly 80% completion rate, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Now, in the next round, they did get their butts kicked by the Ravens, but he didn't have an awful game. It's not like he had 4 interceptions or interceptions returned for touchdowns, or they just couldn't put one foot in front of the next. It just looks like they got beat at that moment by a better team. So, with all of that said, is there anything that's showing me that this isn't a card that I should have in my collection? I don't think so. I think this sounds like a winner. Ever since he came in, since his rookie season, he's taken the team and he's helped turn them around into a winning organization. He's produced every year, while not be at the top, but the benchmarks should be the team, the wins, and how far you can progress in the playoffs, not necessarily the flashy stuff like the yards and the touchdowns. And I think that's been proven with previous quarterbacks. And who keeps value? It's the quarterbacks who win. It's the quarterbacks who lift up their team and they can push in the playoffs and make a run at the Super Bowl. So let's jump back into the Silver Prism rookie card real fast that I lightly teased about, I guess, at the beginning. And I like to do this from time to time. I have an old Wemby video that I'll link in this description where I show the discrepancy between how much more scarce and rare the NFT version is of that same card, and I only compare it to the Gem Mint 10 population. And I've heard it before. How can you compare a perfect digital representation of a card to a Gem Mint 10? And it always blows my mind when I hear that, because isn't the Gem Mint 10 supposed to be the perfect representation of the physical card? So doesn't that make sense that I'm only comparing the NFT version to a Gem Mint 10? I'm taking the 2 worlds and only taking what's deemed as perfect in each world. Now, with the Silver Prism Rookie in the PSA 10, the current population, and I say current because next month it'll probably be higher, The current population is 2,154. 2,154. There are 2,154 Gem Mint 10 Silver Prism CJ Stroud rookie cards floating around. And as you're going to see, I found 3 recent eBay sale auctions that just closed in the past 5 days. One for $465, one for $480, and one for $459. So, I mean, if you take an average of, let's say, right in the middle of about $470, this is a pretty liquid card if these numbers are going within 5 days, and they're pretty consistent sales figures. So, if you take that in consideration, as opposed in relation to the floor price you're seeing right now, that I'm going to purchase this silver CJ Stroud NFT rookie card for of $25, I'm getting it for a 95% discount, while at the same time it being 7.5 times more rare. I don't know what else to say when trying to talk collectors into looking at this NFT space a little more. If it's transparency you're looking for, look no further. And not to mention, the current PSA 9 population of this particular card is over 3,000. Now, I guarantee some of those are now fictitious digits, numbers, count-wise. I mean, I'm sure a lot of 9s have been cracked and resubmitted to try to get another 10. And I'm sure if you've seen the YouTube videos I have, there are people that have been successful at doing that. A 9 doesn't necessarily mean a 9. It can mean a 10 2 months later when you crack it and resubmit it and somebody else takes a look at it. So the chance of the population of the Gem Mint 10, the chances of that going up next month is pretty good. The chances of the NFT population of the silver going up from 280, impossible. That's right, impossible. There's only 280 of these to ever be minted. And if anything, if you've seen my videos before, you'll hear it. If you look in this area right here, remaining supply 280, and look in this area burned, these can actually be burned. And then the remaining supply goes down. So these will never go up. Month to month, you will never wake up and think, oh, this particular card's going down because 1,000 more Gem Mint 10s have been added to the population. No, 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 no. They will never go up. They will only go down. So to make a long story short, I'm going to get into CJ Stroud. I'm only going to take a couple minutes doing this. I'm going to buy this right now. Now, in this particular case, like I said, I did look at the sales history of the NFT. And shockingly enough to me, his prices going down weren't only in the physical world with the population going up, that also happened in the NFT world. The highest sales were around $70 to $75, and it happened last August. Now I'm getting it for $25, which is about a 73% discount. So when people are asking, should you sell your CJ Strouds? Should you buy CJ Stroud? I think at the end of the day, it all comes back to, it looks like people have already sold their CJ Strouds. I don't know that there can be any more selling going on. He hasn't really done anything to warrant a 73% drop. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase this silver rookie for $25. And just like that, I'm the proud owner of a CJ Stroud Silver Prism rookie card. That's 7.5 times more rare than the Gem Mint 10 for 95% of a lower cost, or 1/20th the price, whatever makes more sense to you. So what I'm going to do real fast before we end this video, I'm going to take a look at some other CJ Stroud rookies to see if it's something that I want to make an offer on or just buy outright like I just did. This particular CJ Stroud is out of 49. That's very rare. I mean, that's about 5 times more rare for double the price of what I just paid. So scarcity to how much I'm paying for that. This is also actually a deal. Recent sales, I'm guessing, aren't too hot. Well, they're in the 40s, 50s, 60s. So 55 is actually, I mean, that makes sense. The last sale was this month for 50. They had a little dip into the 40s with a few sales. Before that, it was in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 90s, 70s, 60s. I mean, sorry, I'm rambling off a bunch of quick numbers as I see them. But it makes sense to me that this is also a pretty good. I might come back to that one and either buy it or put in an offer on it. This is out of 99. This is the flashback. I guess it's a flashback of one of the older Prism series. It's a cool card. Out of 99, $7. I mean, what's the floor price on this? Let me take a quick look. Not that I'm gonna, everything was been 4, 5, 5, 5. Let's just make an offer. Let's go $5. Let's make it maybe $5. And I'll update my sales. I'll do an hour. If not, I could circle back, maybe buy it for 7. Either way, I'm just happy I got the silver and seeing if I want another. I really like the Prism, just the Prism rookie. I think sometimes players, not sometimes, all the time, players have those iconic rookies that just stick in your brain that 10 years from now when you see it, aside from all the other hundreds of different types of cards or rookie cards, those just stand out. The Prism rookies just do that. This one's of 61 and the floor price is 30. I mean, so just the floor price right now of CJ Stroud is really good. I mean, $30 it sold last just a couple days ago, 25 before that, 25 before that. It was 30. I mean, this is a good price for this particular card too. You can see that a floor is already being established in my mind of around this price. So as training camp hits, as the season starts, I mean, it looks like the buy it now price might already be at the floor, which is not always what you see. This looks like a really cool in it. Look at that. I mean, that is probably the coolest looking rookie card he has in an NFT. I don't know if the physical version looks this good or if he has another one that looks better, but I mean, that out of 20, the blue ice, that is something. What is that? So, I mean, recently there's just been one sale this year. And then you have to go all the way back to last summer when someone got it for 120. But then before that, it was in the 300s and 400s. And I believe it. I mean, this is out of 20. And that is a damn good looking rookie card. The blue ice. Wow. All right. I think I might have to put a serious offer in on that and see what happens. Excuse me. Out of 19, the black, I mean, for some reason, the black NFTs, they always look cool. I don't know if it looks the same with the physical card, but this just looks, and the stars in the background. I mean, okay. The blue ice, if that's an A, this might be an A+. This one looks really cool. Now they're asking $750 for an extra scarcity of 1. I'm not into that necessarily. I know that these eye appeals can play a big role. $250 was the previous sale back in April. That's an awesome card. I mean, but for the price though, I think I'd be happier with the blue ice, to be completely honest with you. A lot of these variations, they have to be really cool. Some of them I do like, the mangas, but the mangas could be so much better. The Kaboom, like here we go. At least the Kabooms seem to not lose too much value. I mean, the floor price $13.50. I don't know what their price selling for a lot lower than that though. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're still pretty low, 600, 500. I mean, I shouldn't say low, but in terms of comparable to the physical world, is probably a lot lower than people are used to. But they make the Kabooms out of 25, so that's really cool. They keep the scarcity there, and the cool factor is obviously there. So it's just a dynamite card. I'm not gonna put an offer in though on $500 or $600, which would probably have to be the offer to even get someone to think about it. I'm not going that heavy into CJ Stroud. And again, I do have a thing for just that rookie card that sticks in people's brains. Like this particular rookie card is just more recognizable than the Kaboom. I mean, the Kabooms as a series are probably the most identifiable, but in terms of a player and a rookie card, when you see this, it just makes you think CJ Stroud rookie card. And that's just something I would like to have in my collection. I like the identifiability of it. If that's even a word, I don't know. But this has a floor price of 60, scarcity of 79. I haven't really seen a green variation I like. So, I'm not into that one. It's real specific. Maybe the Seahawks, player, like if I see a green variation with the Seahawks player, I'm going to be like, ooh, yeah. But until then, I don't know. I haven't really come across one. And the variations, I mean, come on. I'm going to highlight this every time I shop for football players with these types of variations. That picture right there of CJ Stroud and that card, that's me, second string on my high school football team. I don't know why it just doesn't work for football. Basketball, WNBA, all that's fine. These variations of them in their draft suits, they're standing there holding a basketball, it actually looks cool. For some reason with football, specifically these quarterbacks, it all looks like second, third string high school quarterbacks. This doesn't look like a guy I even want to spend $1 on. I'm like, who's that? That's CJ Stroud. No, it's not. No, that's me in high school sitting on the bench. I don't get it. I'm not buying it. They got to do something with the variation. They got to make them as cool as they do the NBA and the WNBA. All right, just scanning down this. Out of 25, Navy camo. No, I mean the prismatic. How cool is this? Fuller price of 35. Look at that NFT. Like, that is a cool card. If there's any subset so far I've seen that should be worth more than $35, especially with a scarcity of 20, it's this. Like, that's a beautiful NFT. That's cool. That's cool. But since I've already seen my blue ice, I'm being a little picky right now. Checkerboard, I don't know. Sometimes not. Color Blast, always cool. Especially in the NFT, they do it really cool. Like, look how that just shimmers in the background, and then everything's flat white on the sides. I mean, that's just a beautiful NFT. I know it's a cool card. They've really done a great job with these NFTs, making them just as cool, if not cooler. And then the Mojo of 32 for $49. Mojo's kind of cool. You know what? I don't want everyone to hang in there too long. Ooh, I do love my orange. Orange is probably my favorite subset in all the different sports. This one's of 151. None of them burned. $25. I mean, that's not bad. I just bought the actual silver for $25, and this is almost half the scarcity for $25. Okay, I just talked myself into it. I'll buy this one real fast too. Give me 1 second. Cool. I have the orange. All right, let's go. Okay, now let's just, you know what? I'm going to stop this short. I'm not stopping it short. I'm still going. Of 12 for 7,700. No, thank you. White Sparkle, one day. Everybody knows who watches. My PC is White Sparkles. Those are my favorite NFT subset. Don't like them in the physical world. Love them as NFTs. One day, this would be the card that I stash away in my NFT that I stash away in my personal collection, forget about, and hope one day he wins the Super Bowl. And if not, he's a hell of a player. Seems like a great guy too. So I'm going to go back to the blue ice. I'm going to go for this. This would be awesome to get. I mean, we're 150, 120. Here's what I'll do. This is sometimes what I do. I think 140 is a good offer. You know what? I'll do. Oh, wait. I know who bought. Wait, who's selling this? The person who's selling it. Okay, I don't know them. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make an offer of 130. I'm going to see where the floor is. Sometimes this is a test to see if someone takes the 130 because the last two sales were 120 and 150. If no one bites at 130, I'll move it up to 140. No one takes 140. I think I will probably just purchase it at 150. I can't say for sure. I just spent $50 on two other CJ Stroud rookie NFTs. But if I can pull off of 20, of 150, and of 280, even at $200 total for those three, that's less than half the price of one PSA 10 silver. I'm sorry to beat up on the PSA 10 silver, but I mean, come on. Like, if you're out there collecting, if you hung in there this long, that means you're a little interested in what I'm showing you right now. So why not come over and just check out the NFTs? There are NFTs you can buy for as little as $1, and I'll link that in my description that I just posted yesterday as well. So I'm going to put this in at 130. If not, I'll do 140. And then I might just do 150 and have 3 awesome CJ Stroud NFT rookies that I didn't have yesterday. I have 0 in my collection right now. And I'll keep you posted on exactly what happens with this particular NFT. Thank you for watching. If you like anything I'm presenting with the NFT world, please subscribe, please like, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.